Welcome back to Ozarks Live. It's time to unpack the season 42 finale of Survivor.
That's right.
I can't believe it's over.
I know. And the finale is so exciting every season because we start with 5 and we end with a winner. So it's 3 hours long and there's so much that happens that you like almost can't blink or you're going to miss something.
Basically like 3 tribal councils.
Yes, all in one. So there's so much action. So it starts with the remaining 5 castaways. And after relocating to a brand new camp, they're all informed that they are given a clue to a final advantage, which this was hilarious because they basically had to solve this like riddle and then go look somewhere across the camp to find the actual advantage. The riddle had a clue to it though.
Yes.
Now, Lindsay figures it out in like what felt like 30 seconds while the other—
For us it was, anyway.
Right. While the other 4 are like clueless.
And
which,
she takes off.
Yeah, she takes off.
And they're like, you can't help us with any of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Survivor, you're kind of in it for yourself. However, she goes off to find, you know, to work, find this advantage. And the rest of them are working together. She finds it.
She finds it.
But it doesn't help her in the end. We'll get to that in a few minutes.
Yeah, which I will say, the other thing that made me laugh was Marianne had kind of hinted that she may have figured out the riddle, but she wanted Lindsay to find it. So she was like kind of trying to stall the guys a little bit, which I was like, okay, Marianne, teamwork. I love this.
Yeah.
So now the final 5 immunity, which was very intense. This is one of my favorite challenges they do with like the huge set and they have to go across all the different obstacles and then build a puzzle at the end.
Yes.
Now, for the first time this season, I believe it's the first time this season.
I think so.
Mike wins his first individual immunity win, which was kind of exciting, kind of a game changer, because I think we definitely thought maybe either Jonathan or Lindsay with her advantage would win it. So very interesting to see. Now, at the final 5 tribal, it's interesting because at camp, you're kind of told like different things might happen because Mike has essentially made promises to multiple people that he will use his idol on them, including Marianne, Jonathan, and Lindsay. So you're like, what's going to happen? I don't know. But at tribal,
he uses it for Marianne.
He uses it on Marianne and upholds his promise, which unfortunately sends Lindsay home, which is sad. She's been such a great player this season.
She has been such a strong competitor, which in that sense might get her kicked off anyway. I mean, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When you're that strong, you are a target, but she's been very strong from the beginning.
Yeah, and they were smart to get her out because I do think if she had made it to the end that she definitely would have had a really strong chance of winning just because she had a great social game and a great like competitive game as well. So definitely awesome to see. Yeah. So we get to the final 4 immunity challenge, which is the final immunity challenge of this season. And in the most, my opinion, one of the most shocking things the entire season.
Romeo wins it.
Romeo wins. Like, what the heck? He comes out of nowhere.
He has been very weak in comparison, if I can say that nicely.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that was kind of actually exciting. I mean, you find yourself going, I mean, you know, I'm sure that instills some self-confidence in him, and I'm glad that he walked away with that.
Yes. I have to say, like, when Romeo won, my jaw literally dropped to the floor. I was like, oh my gosh. But it seriously was a game changer because the thing is about the final immunity is that whoever wins automatically secures their place in the final 3. And then it gets really tricky because they select one person to save and the other 2 at Tribal Council have to compete in a fire-making challenge. The loser goes home. So we get to Tribal.
So Romeo gets to pick then who has to compete for this fire-making challenge, and he chooses Mike and Jonathan, which, you know, Mike and Jonathan have gotten along really well
they've been pretty tight the entire game.
So they gave each other a hug, which I appreciate that. So I love you. And then it's on.
And then they battled it out. Yeah, and I will say, I think Romeo saved Marianne in this instance, which was really no shock. And I think it was really smart to make those 2 compete against each other.
I do too.
Because either of them could have made really strong cases to win the entire game.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty close fire-making challenge. But Mike came out on top, which means the competitive beast this entire season, Jonathan, is out. Yeah,
which I think was a very honorable way for him to be discharged from this game.
Yeah, honestly, and I feel like just knowing how he's played this whole game, that he was happy. That's how he went out versus a vote. You know what I mean?
I liked how he went out.
Because he's so competitive. Yeah, I feel like it like made so much. It was so on brand for him.
Yes.
So that was like perfect.
Absolutely, I loved it.
So we get to the final tribal council, and we have Romeo, Mike, and Marianne, our final 3. I have to say, all 3, including Romeo, who, again, his game just hasn't been super evident this entire season, they all present really strong cases for themselves to win. And it was a really nice, I felt like, strong, kind of healthy interaction between the jury and them. It didn't feel like there was any bitterness, which we've seen in the past.
No, and the jury questions, I mean, they grill these people.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that would be really intense if you're actually there. And it probably goes on a lot longer than we realize as well.
Absolutely. So after presenting really strong cases, honestly, pretty overwhelmingly, aside from one vote, Mary Ann wins Survivor 42.
Mary Ann, who knew?
Which is super exciting.
I mean, really, for the very beginning, she was one of those, I feel like, just kind of snuck in, but she stayed strong, and I think she grew so much. I think we saw that. She got more serious about it. She got more strategic, and I think you're happy with it. I'm happy with it, right?
I am very pleased with her winning. I think she is a great winner. It's awesome to see another female win this season, and she's also from Canada, which is funny because Erica was as well. So 2 Canadians win back-to-back, which is just a little fun fact.
It reminded me of season 41.
She fits the bill really well. I mean, she came in, she played a really good game. She definitely was never like in the safety zone, I would say. She was like, especially at the merge, like she was always on the bottom of the numbers.
I think she was weak.
Yes.
However, I do believe that everybody was happy that she won. Like, I think that they all, at the end, they were at peace with that.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Everyone
she was a great
excited.
winner. Yeah. And Mike was really like supportive about it too, which was nice to see. So we're so proud of her. And yeah, it's been a really awesome season to watch.
I've enjoyed it. And they gave a little sneak peek for season
43. I know, coming in the fall. So.
All right. Well, that's all for this season of Survivor.
That's right. And you can catch up on the entire 42nd season and all the past seasons on Paramount Plus.
We'll be right back.